Good morning, I'm Melisa Idris. Welcome to BFM Morning Headlines. Today is Monday, the 8th of September. I'm going to break tradition a little bit here and I'm going to start with my word of the day. And as I progress with the stories, you're going to see why I chose this word. My word of the day is conflicting. Now, a lot of conflicting reports came out over the weekend, and it of course starts with the much talked about mutiny in PAS, according to the Star. It appears that the PAS central leadership is at odds over themselves over who has been nominated for the Selangor Menteri Besar post. Now, let's break it down one by one, okay? So it started off on August 17th at a Pakatan Rakyat leadership meeting where they all agreed, PKR, DAP and PAS agreed to nominate Wan Azizah and Wan Azizah alone as the Menteri Besar candidate for the coalition. Later that same day, PAS had another meeting where they said, we're going to nominate Azmin Ali and Wan Azizah. Now this is where it gets interesting. Over the weekend, PAS President's Office independently sent to the Selangor Palace 3 names, and they did not include Wan Azizah or Azmin Ali. It was actually 3 candidates, all PAS state reps. Now, the PAS Shura Council, which is the highest decision-making body in PAS, they also nominated 3 names, but not including Wan Azizah or Azmin, 2 PKR state reps and 1 PAS rep. So, what's going on? Are you as confused as I am? Because I had to write this now. I made notes, okay? So they seem to be at odds over who they've nominated, and now they're at odds over who has the final say. So again, the Shura Council says, oh, actually it's Hadi's decision because he's president, and according to the party constitution, he has the final say. But then, the deputy president, Mat Sabu, said, should the palace pick a PAS representative to be the Selangor Menteri Besar, they're going to reject it. They're not going to take up the post. But at the same press conference, the Secretary General of PAS says, actually, it's up to the Sultan of Selangor to decide who is going to take up that post. So they can't even decide amongst themselves who's going to be nominated and who's going to take up the post should the Sultan of Selangor pick one of the names that they've nominated. I am so conflicted and confused with all this. It took me a while to understand it, but I think I've got it right. So back to the papers. Sinar Harian says that Hadi khianati janji. He broke his promise. He's gone against the party line. Well, I don't know, against the party line, or if he's president, he's setting the party line. So that's Sinar Harian's take on it. NSC has this headline saying PKR is nothing but a spoiled brat. This is quoting PAS spiritual leader Nik Aziz Nikmat. He is upset with the bickering, shall we say, of all the coalition parties in Pakatan Rakyat. Although I have to say, Utusan Malaysia has the best layout. They may help me understand everything, so they explained it best. DAP PKR serang Hadi. You can see they broke it down really well. Hadi Awang saying, I will remain with my decision, and then you have Nik Aziz saying, I will support the president. Then the Shura Council has the backing of Dr. Harundin. So all these different people, you can see where they stand in this crisis. Now, if I flip open to the bottom half of this, comes my second story of the day, which is referring to the Sedition Act. Now, that's also a piece of conflicting news because last Friday, we heard the Prime Minister say that he will again repeal the Sedition Act. But apparently, we're not so sure. Tiada keputusan muktamad on Akta Hasutan, that's the Malay translation for Sedition Act. So the Deputy Prime Minister says, actually, there's no decision that has been made yet on the Sedition Act. Everything's still up in the air. The government still needs time to look at all possible replacement acts for this. Now, there was a draft bill of the National Harmony Act that was sent to the Minister of Prime Minister's Department, Nancy Shukri, by the Bar Council over the weekend. But the government is saying, look, we haven't endorsed this act. We're just still looking at it. So, no decision on the Sedition Act. A quick one on The Sun. They've skipped the entire Selangor MB crisis or the Sedition Act completely, and they have an exclusive saying how 20% of Malaysian medical students made it through to medical programs in foreign universities with less than the minimum academic requirement. And this is because they got a letter of no objection from the Education Ministry. Nowhere in this article does it explain what this no objection letter is, so I've yet to identify what they mean by that. But that sounds like it's quite a dodgy operation. Get it? I hope you've got why I picked the word conflicting as my word of the day. I'm very confused. I'm going to go and sort out my thoughts, have a cup of coffee and try and understand better what's happening with this Selangor Menteri Besar crisis. But we'll come back tomorrow, give you an update on what's happening. So come back and join us on BFM Morning Headlines. I'm Melisa signing off today. See you guys. BFM 89.9.